In today's class, we will study the concept of correlation and regression. This is one of the topic in the medical statistics, that is in the BAMS third phase syllabus. In that, the research statistics syllabus, 28th chapter, this is the concept of correlation and regression. Only we are studying here and only concept of the correlation and regression. The first of all, correlations, it means the two variables are there or two or more variables, their relations, correlations or their association only we are studying, that is called as a correlation. Regression means predicting by, if one independent variable, by observing the independent variable, thinking or predicting the dependent variable, that is called as a regression. Now we'll study one by one. First of all, the introduction. The correlation and regression are the important statistical method used to study the relationship. Here, the first of all, the correlation, this is the relationship between two or more variable, that is studying in the correlation means, and it is the main thing is the strength and direction of the relation. If you are studying the correlation, it means their association or their relation, how much the strength, their strength and direction of the correlation, that we will study in the correlation. And second one, whereas regression predict the value of one variable based on the another. If one value we are known, then another value we are predicting, or another value we are thinking about that may be result. Suppose if you are studying hard, it means that result will be good. This is the thinking that one variable is considering and the predicting the other, that is called as a regression. Now we'll study the one by one. First of all, we'll study the correlation. The correlation means, correlation is one of the statistical method used to measure the degree and direction of association or relation between the two variables, how much relation it is there. That is, if you are giving, suppose one of the fertilizers, if you are giving to the ashwagandha plants, the how much their growth, how much that ashwagandha is growing, that is is there any relation it is there or not, that we will study. This is the in the two variables. If you are increase the fertilizer, whether the growth is increase or decrease, like that we are checking the relation in this correlation. Now the next thing is the types of correlation. The types of, there are three types of correlations are there. One is the positive correlation, second one negative, third one is the zero correlation. Correlation means their relationship, their association. Here the positive correlation. Positive correlation is the, we are representing here from the plus, that is both variable increase or decrease together. It means that if one variable increase, the other variable also increase, that is called as a positive correlation. Example, consider example, if one student or one children height is increases, then definitely weight is also increases. This is called as a positive correlations. This is the positive. Next one, negative correlation. The negative means if one is increase, other is decrease, that is the one variable increases while other is decrease. A very good example is, if smoking, one person is smoking, then lung capacity is decreases, lung function is decreases. If one is smoking, number of smoking increases, then decreases the lung capacity or lung function. That is the negative correlation. The type of relation is called negative. One variable increase, other is decrease. Another one is the third one is the zero correlation. No relationship between exists in the variable. Suppose consider here the hairs of the color with the diabetes. There is no correlations here, no relationship between one variable. If the color of the hair is person to person change, there is no relation with the diabetes. This is called as a zero correlation. Now the correlation, how we are representing? We are representing here with the R. The thing is, the value of range from the correlation is -1 to +1, and R plus is the perfect positive correlations, and R minus 1 is the perfect negative correlation. R0 means there is a no correlation. We are representing like this. An example is height and weight of, that is positive correlations. If height increases, weight increases. If height decreases, like that. If smoking and lung function, that is called as a negative correlation. The next topic, another next topic is the regression. Regression, just now I told, prediction or assuming. If one considering one, we are predicting other one. That is, regression is a statistical method. This is one of the statistical method used to predict the value of one variable, the dependent variable, from the independent variable. Just now I told, if we are giving the fertilizers, if you are increasing the number of fertilizer, whether the plant growth is increases, like that, predicting, if you are predicting one thing. Or else take another one example, if your X drug is giving drug, that is whether the diabetes is controlled or not, like that, that is predicting. If you are considering one thing, if you are one dependent independent variable, we have independent variable, then predicting the dependent variable. Another very good example is, if student is not at all working, studying hard, it means that the result may be the student may be fail, like that. The predicting one thing, that is one thing we know, but we are predicting another. This is called as a regression. Here the regression is a statistical method used to predict the value of one variable, dependent variable, from the another independent variable. It means we know the independent variable, we are predicting the dependent. The types of regression is mainly here simple linear regression and multiple regression. Simple linear regression means the only two variables are there. If one from the considering one variable, we are thinking other. Same example I will use here. If one student is doing hard work, studying hard, it means the good result may be good. This is the only one variable. If your student is doing hard work, the predicting that the regression is that the result is also good. This is the simple and simple linear regression. That is only one independent variable we are considering the studying hard. The second one is the multiple regression, two or more independent variables. It means that the multiple independent variables, multiple cause is there, due to the effect is change, the result of effect is change. It means that the final result is one thing, but the independent variable is the student is not at all studying. Another thing is that student is using the mobile and watching reels, and student is playing continuously, not at all studying, and student is not at all going to the college, like that. So many multiple independent variables, due to that the effect in the result. It means the multiple regression is the two or more independent variable, due to that the dependent variable, whatever the dependent result it is there, that we can predict. This is called as a regression. Now we'll study the application where we are using this one. The first thing, the clinical, the correlation, predicting the treatment outcome in the clinical trial. Whenever we are giving our new trial drug, at the times, that is predicting the treatment, the how it may be. That is the, if in the consider the preclinical trial, if it in the animal trial, or else in the in silico, different places the drug is doing well, it means the predicting that the human being also in that also the it may be good result, like that we are predicting. Another is the predicting blood glucose from the weight. That is, if weight increases, the chances are there the blood glucose level also increases. This is called as a regression. This is the application we are using. Now the application in the medicines or else Ayurveda, the correlation and regression, how it is applicable in the Ayurveda. The next thing is the studying the relationship between doses of Ayurvedic drugs and the therapeutic. That is, if you are considering the doses, their relationship with the result. That this ashwagandha is the anxiety, it is effect. Is there any relation? If you are giving ashwagandha, is the relation, if it is the effect it is there on the anxiety or not there? That relation we are studying by using the correlation in the medical statistics. Another is the predicting the treatment outcome in the clinical trial. The giving the one drug, okay, suppose one drug it is there, ashwagandha is good, effective in the anxiety. Whether if you are increasing the dose, whether the anxiety is decreases, like that we are predicting. This is also applicable in the Ayurveda, predicting the treatment outcome in the while the clinical trial, while giving the our drug to the patients. The next one, evaluating the research data and evidence based Ayurveda. It means that the whatever the our ancestors told, that is converting it to the evidence based by using the regression as well as the correlation. That's purpose also this medical statistic correlation and regression we are using. The last topic is the difference between the correlation and regression. The first of all, correlation is the What is here correlation? Measure the strength and direction of association. Means there is a relation which is there, but how much strength as well as the direction, in which direction, if one increase the other increase, which direction, that is called correlation. Another one, regression is the predicting, only predicting or thinking, that is the predicting one variable from the another. The next, correlation, the second point is no dependent or independent variables are there here, and regression has dependent and independent variables are there in the regression. The next one, correlation coefficient, we are representing R here, the range from -1 to the +1, and regression gives the regression equation predictions here. The next one indicates the relationship only. Here this one, correlation, indicates relationship between that variables, that is only. The second one, regression, indicates the relationship as well as the prediction or outcome, that is called as a regression. This is about the today's topic. As per the syllabus, that this much is syllabus, this much is sufficient for the BMS syllabus. If you want the further deep videos, then comment me, I will make another videos. Hope you understood today's topic. If you understood, please like and also share to your classmate and also subscribe. Thank you.